Hello grapplers and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna be talking about Vanilla Street Fighter 4 Zangief. Let's get two things out of the way first. Let's start with SPD, the good old command grab Zangief has had for years at this point. In Street Fighter 4, SPD is 2 frames. Light, medium and heavy have different ranges and damages. Light is 200, medium 220, and heavy is 240. EX is very special in this one. It has the same range of heavy, it is lower at 4 frames, but it has the damage of medium SPD. However, it has invincibility to strikes and fireballs from frames 1 to 5. In Street Fighter 4, you could wake up with EX SPD, maybe use it as a response to certain strings. You could continue the pressure of any SPD with Green Hand. It's actually surprising that they kept the Oki of SPD for Street Fighter 5 before finally cutting it way down in Street Fighter 6. The other move that people talk about a lot is the actual Green Hand, aka Vanishing Flat. In reality, this move has always been kinda hit and miss before Street Fighter 4. In some games, it was useful in combos, while in others it was just pure garbage. In Street Fighter 4, the moves saw new heights thanks to the EX version. Light, medium, heavy and EX were minus on block. Minus enough to be punishable. They range from -7 to -9. And surprise, surprise, they were also minus on hit, from -5 to -7. However, EX was special. It granted you a knockdown, which was a big thing in Vanilla Street Fighter 4, because you only had one wake up. This means Zangief has a free Oki for just 1 meter. EX Green Hand was also a combo tool, and it was invincible from frame 1 to strikes and fireballs. It was absolutely disgusting, since you could OS it to catch backdashes too. And backdashes in Street Fighter 4 were fully invincible during the active frames, by the way. Capcom realized how strong it was, thus in Super Street Fighter 4 AE, the move no longer produced a knockdown. By the end of Street Fighter 4, EX Green Hand was +1 on hit, but it allowed you to go into red focus. So it is debatable if Ultra Green Hand was better than Vanilla. Light Green Hand was improved to -2 on hit. It had a great far standing medium punch at 4 frames, also +2 on block. Fire standing light was also highlight at 4 frames, +5 on block, +8 on hit, but his light kicks were something else. Fire standing light kick was also 4 frames with significant range. It was also cancelable into specials, which made it the go-to for Green Hand. Crouching light kick was 3 frames. It was your combo starter. The rest of your buttons were more or less situational. His close normals were combo tools most of the time, with close standing medium kick being especially good. Crouching medium kick was used to set up SPDs more than actual poking. Fire standing heavy kick served as an anti-air of some sorts. It was especially useful when people tried to escape by back jumping. Since you moved forwards a little bit, it was also useful to mix up with SPD. Zangief had 2 sweeps. The first one was the regular 9 frame one, very chunky at 120 damage and -5 on block, but the other one was down forward heavy kick. Same damage, but way slower and unsafe on block. It had more range, making it a very dangerous low for the opponent to consider. In the air, Zangief was bueno. He had his jumping medium kick and heavy punch for almost every situation. You could also use down light kick for knee, or neutral up heavy punch for his headbutt. Body splash was a fantastic mix-up tool. Atomic suplex gave you an amazing Oki. 2-frame startup too. Very useful for knockdown mix-ups after body splash. Regular focus was okay for Zangief. The range was short and FADC was not a tool you used a lot, with the exception of fireballs maybe. If you didn't know, focus level 1 and 2 were minus on block, while level 3 was unblockable. Counter hit, level 1 and 2 gave you a combo follow-up. Ultra and Super were frame 1, which made them particularly useful after Green Hand or during block strings. The ranges made them extremely situational sometimes. Super had less range than heavy SPD, you basically had to be point blank. Zangief in Street Fighter 6 tends to whiff the lariat a lot, so we have to compare it to Street Fighter 4. Both kick lariat, 3 kicks and 3 punches, regular lariat, were 4 frames, but the invincibility was bizarre, very strange. For the punch lariat, we had invincibility from frames 1 to 5 from the upper body torso, and then the torso from frames 6 to 54. For fireballs, it was different. From frames 1 to 3, you had upper body invincibility to fireballs, and then everything else, the rest of the body from frames 4 to 5, and then the lower body from frames 6 to 54. It was really strange. Really strange. Now that was the punch lariat. The kick lariat only had invincibility for the legs from frame 1 to 34, both strikes and fireballs. Hurtbox was not necessarily the best. Most Zangief players use crouching medium punches anti-air, instead of Lariat. Lariat was situational. To the hurt box, you sometimes still traded with or lost to things like dive kicks or certain very deep jump-ins. You could actually wake up with just pressing 3 buttons, and that could land you a reversal on hit, unless the opponent went for throws. He was a strong character, however the game had a lot of really strong and powerful characters like Sagat or Akuma. You had to learn how to block and being sneaky. That was Street Fighter 4 Zangief. I hope you really like this video. If you want me to check more Zangiefs for different eras, let me know. I do want to kinda take a look at Street Fighter the movie Zangief. That's a great one. Or Pocket Fighter Zangief. Let me know. We can even cover EX2 Zangief. We have a Discord. You can go there. We talk about grapplers and other things. Twitch.tv/SiberiaLab is my stream. You can go and watch me play Dark Souls lately and also other games, obviously Zangief and grapplers. Take care of yourselves, keep playing grapplers, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.